Hi, everybody. Good morning. So, a lot of things on my mind this morning. I wanted to tell you a few stories. And I've been thinking about, I've had trouble this morning and yesterday and for the past couple days. Um, and I've had trouble getting out of bed. And I haven't done my sort of morning routine. And my morning routine, which I highly recommend, um, really I think was making a big difference in my life. I was getting up. I get up. I do get up, and I exercise, and I do a little reading, and I meditate, and I sort of get ready for the day. I do some writing. Now I haven't done that for the past. Well, I didn't. I don't. I didn't do it this weekend, and I didn't do it yesterday, and I didn't do it this morning. I didn't get up early enough. So that made me think about something. Basically, you know, being tired can be caused by not getting up. Here, look at this. Look at my smile, right? I did a little bit of research, and you know, you think that a smile is something that comes about because you're happy, and it turns out that that's true. But it turns out that smiling makes you feel happy, and they did studies and showed that a smile that reaches like this that releases some hormones that make you feel happy, serotonin. But a smile that reaches your eyes, crinkles up your eyes, makes your eyes squint, a real smile of joy, that releases tons of endorphins and serotonin, makes you feel really good. So it's interesting because to think that you think of the smile as an effect of happiness, but actually it's a cause. You think of it's not necessarily a cause, but it can cause happiness. And I think of getting up in the morning and being ready to go um, is uh, is really related to. I mean, you having energy is not the result of sleeping in. Is my hair like really funny looking? It is. I just go with it. If you exercise, you get more energy. You output energy, and you get more energy. There's a fallacy that people who don't exercise have, that they don't have enough energy to exercise. But if you go and do it, then you have energy. I remember my mother told me, no, this is, I'm sure she didn't tell me this, but I have this memory where I said, Mom, when you turn on the car, I'm like 4, when you turn on the car, the gas gauge goes up. And she said, this is my memory, is that she said, yes, gasoline is like apple juice. The more you use it, the more you have. I remembered that for years. I thought, gosh, I wonder what she meant by that. And I have since come around to the idea that maybe I misheard her. That doesn't make any sense at all. The more you use it, I mean, like, it's like orange juice. The more you use it, the more you have. What? So, but it is true. I mean, when you turn on the car, then the gas gauge is activated, so it looks like there's more fuel. That's what I think is happening when I was 3. But it's interesting. I know the apple juice story makes no sense, right? I know, but But the point is that the more energy you put out with your body, the more energy your body has in the long run and in the short run. And the more you smile, the happier you'll be. And if I get up earlier, I'll have more energy to get up earlier. It's not, and the more you sleep, the tireder you are. It's an interesting, so cause and effect doesn't really work the way you think it would work. Um, it's not like you get organized and then you can get things done. If you get things done, you'll get organized. If you have more stuff to do, you get organized. It's not like if you get organized, you can do more stuff. You have to decide to do stuff in order for it to get done. Okay. So, and here's another thing. It's really important to pay attention. I did a performance last night, 10 Tops, and I told some stories about that were surprising in the sense that it turned out later that something was important. We decided something was important. As you lived through it, it didn't seem important at all. And you kind of think that you'd know when something important was happening, but a lot of times you don't. So I was researching for last night about a particular day that was really important that I didn't know about. So I was in this theater up in Seattle. I think I should just be like Brian Grazer. He's Ron Howard's producing partner. For those of you who don't know, would not probably be a friend of mine. Um, and his hair goes straight up, and it looked semi cool. He was 30, and now he's 60 and looks very strange. I think it looks strange on me too. What do you think? Maybe this is my new look. Maybe this is the time, the moment, the important moment where I realize that my hair should go straight up, and that's my look. So I was working on. Oh my God! My wife just delivered me coffee. It's all gonna get much better now. So I was in this theater last night, many years ago. Not last night. I was in the theater last night too, but this theater up in Seattle, and we did a rock musical, and we had all these rock bands, local rock bands, playing after the show. And one night I was working the box office, and I was going crazy because there were a lot of people coming to see this particular rock band, and the kids were sneaking in alcohol. And there was a rumor, and there were a little bit too many people, and there was this guy named Oren who was just out of prison, and everyone was all excited, and we would reach capacity, and I closed the door and locked it and told him to lock the door because this kid's wandering around. We don't have a liquor license. This kid's wandering around here drinking, and we're all going to get shut down. Everything's going to be terrible. Oh no! And Oren arrived, and he opened our door, which is locked, without even he just pulled it open. And he was a big, enormous guy, but he was nice. There was nothing wrong with him. It's just scary that he had been in prison. And so anyway, so I'm freaking out. My friends are saying, this band is really incredible. You should listen to this band. I'm like, yeah, right, but this little theater I started is falling. We're all going to be killed. We're all going to be arrested. Somebody's going to, drink and get caught. And maybe drive home and, oh my God, what are we doing? So that's what I was worried about. And so the band, of course, as you might predict, was actually Nirvana. And the funny thing that I didn't know at all, as I've told this story over and over again, how, oh yeah, see, I wasn't even paying attention. This night that they played at Annex is written up all over the place as a seminal moment in the history of the band. And since the band is incredibly important in the history of rock, a history of rock and roll, it was this April 7th show. I get no respect. This April 7th show at Annex was written about. Kurt Cobain broke his guitar open, smashed his guitar, and was, the audience lifted it up, which never happened to anyone except Mark Arm until that point. It was the night that Bruce Pavitt realized how great Nirvana was. Bruce Pavitt was one of the co-founders of Sub Pop. I know that because it was written up in books, not because I was paying attention at the time. I was there that night, but I wasn't watching the band. Yeah. Marty, you says, Kurt Cobain could have smiled more. That's true. Maybe that would have helped his ulcers and his heroin addiction. Probably would have. But man, so that was a great night for them, and might have made them realize they could be rock stars, and I wasn't paying attention. So my message today is pay attention. Pay attention. Exercise if you're tired. If you're sad, smile. It might make a difference. It might not. Who knows? Maybe cause and effect is actually, goes the way you think it's going to go. That noise is my dog wagging his tail. Wag your tail. Wag your tail. It'll make you feel better. Smile. It'll make you feel better. Yeah. Aaron Francis says Kurt Cobain should have married Shelley Wang. Then you would have felt better. I mean, marriage. Whew. Yeah. And that's pretty much all I have. So I have my trivia question. And this trivia question, and I'll tell you the story tomorrow of how this trivia question, I learned the piano because of this trivia question. And the trivia question is, what band appeared in a movie with Gene Kelly and Olivia Newton-John? What band appeared in that movie with them? Not did the soundtrack appeared. You can look it up, but don't. Think about it. Think about it. What movie? What movie? It's a trivia question. The answer got me a prize on the radio that was John Lennon's sheet music for Imagine. And I spent this summer with the out-of-tune piano in our house learning how to play Imagine, which led to me realizing I could play the piano and learning the piano a little bit. And I'm self-taught, and Imagine is pretty easy to do. So anyway, keep smiling, exercise, and pay attention, because today might be one of the most important days of your life. And if you decide that it was, retroactively, then it will be. And if history writes it down that way, then history has decided that today is the day that's really important. Like, for instance, maybe today is the day when my hairstyle goes viral and it becomes being not having enough hair really to cover your whole head, but then sticking it up straight will be called the Sylvain. And it'll be traced back to this little podcast. Listen, have a great day. Keep smiling. Keep exercising. Bye.